Welcome to Around the World channel. George Floyd protests, live nationwide updates and video, The New York Times. The plan to clear the park, which is adjacent to the White House, was devised before Mr. Trump decided he wanted his photo op, the official said, but was not executed until just before he set out. Zoom stock climbs on massive earnings beat, Motley fool. Expectations were high going into the fiscal 2021 first quarter earnings report for Zoom Video Communications NASDAQ, ZM. Paris police brutality protest turns violent, Jazeera.com. Several thousand people defied a coronavirus-related ban on protests to pay homage to George Floyd and Adama Traoré, a French black man who died in police custody. Eric Reid criticizes 49ers Blackout Tuesday tweet, "I think you meant Blackball Tuesday." Sports Illustrated. Former 49ers safety Eric Reid wasn't too fond of NFL teams using the hashtag Blackout Tuesday on Twitter. iOS 14 to include built-in translator in Safari, full Apple Pencil support on websites 9 to 5 Mac. Apple is working to include a built-in translator in Safari, 9 to 5 Mac has learned, as well as full Apple Pencil support on websites. After a rush for more small business funding, PPP loan money remains untapped, CNBC. In 14 days, the Small Business Administration processed 14 years' worth of loans, in the first round of funding for the Paycheck Protection Program. Social media is going dark for Blackout Tuesday. Here's why the wrong hashtag can hurt Black Lives Matter, CBS News. As anti-police brutality protesters march across the nation, two black women in the music industry have created a movement for social media users to go dark for a day of protest. Army researcher, coronavirus vaccine may be available by end of year, Fox News. A senior Army researcher said Tuesday that a coronavirus vaccine could possibly be available to some parts of the United States within the year. Call. As protests engulf the United States, China revels in the unrest, The New York Times. "It's a kind of vengeful feeling, which I think is human nature," he said in an interview. "Americans shouldn't be unhappy about it, Mr. Word of God as a political prop." GOP senators criticize Trump after George Floyd protesters forced out of park, USA Today. Police used tear gas to clear protesters from a park before President Trump walked over to St. John's Episcopal Church. Please, like this video and subscribe to the channel if you want to stay tuned for upcoming news.